God did not give me everything that I wanted. But He gave me everything that I needed. If faith in ourselves had been more extensively taught and practiced, I am sure a very large portion of the evils and miseries that we have would have vanished. The more we grow love, virtue, and holiness inside, the more we see love, virtue, and holiness outside. Have faith in man, whether he appears to you to be a very learned one, or a most ignorant one. The will is not free, it is a phenomenon, bound by cause and effect, but there is something behind the will, which is free. Why should a man be moral? Because this strengthens his will. Do good, because it is good to do good. Ask no more. All truth is eternal. Truth is nobody's property, no race, no individual can lay any exclusive claim to it. Truth is the nature of all souls. The more we come out and do good to others, the more our hearts will be purified, and God will be in them. He who struggles is better than he who never attempts. This world will always continue to be a mixture of good and evil. Our duty is to sympathize with the weak, and to love even the wrongdoer. This is a great fact. Strength is life, weakness is death. Strength is felicity, life eternal, immortal. Weakness is constant strain and misery, weakness is death. The earth is enjoyed by heroes. This is the unfailing truth. Be a hero. Always say, I have no fear. Things do not grow better, they remain as they are. It is we who grow better by the changes we make in ourselves. The very reason for nature's existence is for the education of the soul. Devotion to duty is the highest form of worship of God. Even the greatest fool can accomplish a task if it were after his or her heart. But the intelligent ones are those who can convert every work into one that suits their taste. The powers of the mind are like the rays of the sun. When they are concentrated, they illumine. Blessed are they whose bodies get destroyed in the service of others. The brain and muscles must develop simultaneously. Iron nerves, with an intelligent brain, and the whole world is at your feet. The greatest sin is to think yourself weak. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. In a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. In a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in a wrong path. The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is this: the man or woman who asks for no return. The perfectly unselfish person is the most successful. The greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Have faith in yourselves. Dare to be free, dare to go as far as your thought leads, and dare to carry that out in your life. Anything that makes weak, physically, intellectually and spiritually, reject it as poison. They live alone who live for others. Arise, awake, stop not until your goal is achieved. We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care about what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live, they travel far. You cannot Believe in God, until you believe in yourself. Strength is life, weakness is death. Expansion is life, contraction is death. Love is life, hatred is death. Neither seek, nor avoid, take what comes. Comfort is no test of truth. Truth is often far from being comfortable. The fire that warms us can also consume us. It is not the fault of the fire. Ask nothing, want nothing, in return. Give what you have to give, it will come back to you, but do not think of that now. Learn everything that is good from others. But bring it in, and in your own way, absorb it. Do not become others. Each work has to pass through these stages: ridicule, opposition, and then acceptance. Do one thing at a time. And, while doing it, put your whole soul into it, to the exclusion of all else. Whatever you think that you will be. If you think yourself weak, weak you will be. If you think yourself strong, you will be. Condemn none. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. If you cannot, fold your hands, bless your brothers, and let them go their own way. Books are infinite in number, and time is short. The secret of knowledge is to take what is essential. Take that, and try to live up to it. Astrology, and all these mystical things, are generally signs of a weak mind. Therefore, as soon as they are becoming prominent in our minds, we should see a physician, take good food, and rest. Believe in yourself, and the world will be at your feet. The whole life is a succession of dreams. My ambition is to be a conscious dreamer, that is all. Don't look back, forward, infinite energy, infinite enthusiasm, infinite daring, and infinite patience, then, alone, can great deeds be accomplished. Take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Education is the manifestation of perfection already existing in man. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, "As long as I live, so long do I learn." That man, or that society, which has nothing to learn, is already in the jaws of death. Desire, ignorance, and inequality, this is the trinity of bondage. The old religions said that he was an atheist who did not believe in God. The new religion says that he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. There is no limit to the power of the human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is brought to bear on one point. Where can we go to find God, if we cannot see Him in our own hearts, and in every living being? Are you unselfish? That is the question. If you are, you will be perfect, without reading a single religious book, without going into a single church or temple. All knowledge that the world has ever received comes from the mind. The infinite library of the universe is in our own mind. The mother and the father are the causes of this body, so a man must undergo 1,000 troubles in order to do good to them. A fool may buy all the books in the world, and they will be in his library, but he will be able to read only those that he deserves to. You must worship the self in Krishna, not Krishna as Krishna. Swami Vivekananda was an Indian Hindu monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and the chief disciple of the Indian mystic Ramakrishna. He was a key figure in the introduction of Vedanta and Yoga to the Western world. Vivekananda, original name Narendranath Dutta, born January 12, 1863, Calcutta, now Kolkata. Hindu spiritual leader and reformer in India, who attempted to combine Indian spirituality with Western material progress, maintaining that the two supplemented and complemented one another. His absolute was a person's own higher self. To labor for the benefit of humanity was the noblest endeavor. He was educated at a Western-style university, where he was exposed to Western philosophy, Christianity, and science. Social reform became a prominent element of Vivekananda's thought, and he later became the most notable disciple of Ramakrishna, who demonstrated the essential unity of all religions. Vivekananda started his journey to the West on May 31, 1893, and visited several cities in Japan, including Nagasaki, Kobe, Yokohama, Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo. China and Canada, en route to the United States, reaching Chicago on 30th of July, 1893, where the Parliament of Religions took place in September 1893, and presenting Hindu spirituality to the West. He was an activating force in the movement to promote Vedanta philosophy, one of the 6 schools of Indian philosophy, in the United States and England. In 1893, he appeared in Chicago as a spokesman for Hinduism at the World's Parliament of Religions, and so captivated the assembly that a newspaper account described him as an orator by divine right, and undoubtedly the greatest figure at the Parliament. Thereafter, he lectured throughout the United States and England, making converts to the Vedanta movement, and he died in July 4, 1902,